Well, hello there, and welcome to day 277 of our Let's Grow annual challenge. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we're continuing our work on the communication growth area and aspect of our life. I use a 9-part life framework to set my goals, make my plans for the year and my objectives, and breaking everything down into little bite-sized pieces up to and including daily. What am I going to do today to move me toward my goals and objectives in each of these 9 different areas and aspects of our life? We've talked about all of them except communication, and that's what we're talking about and focusing on this month. So today's topic is communication growth and our thoughts and beliefs. We've got Tammy's story and guide to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. So you can check out how she identified that her thoughts and beliefs were holding her back, particularly in the area of, she had a belief that said communication leads to conflict. Guess what? If you have an underlying core, not a core belief or core value, but, well, I guess it is a core belief, because she made all of her decisions and choices based on that before she identified that it was challenging her in her communication growth. But if you believe that communication leads to conflict, you're going to avoid communication. You're not going to be great at it. You're not going to practice it. You're not going to improve it, and you're not going to grow, because you are always wanting to avoid conflict, right? As human beings, we do not usually dive into conflict. We avoid it, at a subconscious level for sure, as much as we possibly can. So she changed that belief to communication leads to connection. Now, if I know that I'm going to get a connection by communicating with people, I'm much more likely to participate in communication, to practice it, to get better at it, and to make it an integral part of my life. So we've got her story and guide too. I started, and our action item today is to document, write down, make a list of, start paying attention to the thoughts related to communication that pop into your head. And I've already got 9 just from getting ready this morning to create my videos. So do as many as you want, do as many as you don't want. And what I like to do at the end of this, when I look at the thoughts and beliefs, is reread the list and put a little plus or minus by it. Meaning, is it in alignment with how I want to show up in the world and my communication growth and creating the life I want and the relationships I want with respect to communication? Or is it a negative? Is it not? Let me see if I can pull one off my list to give you an example of that. Well, nobody cares about my opinion but me. That's an actually positive one. It sounds negative, but it's positive, and it reminds me that my opinions are my opinions. Everybody else gets their opinion too, and I don't have to try to convince anyone that they should think the way that I do, because we all get to think the way that we so choose and that we believe is in our own best interests. Can you tell there's political stuff going on in America? Yes. So today, our action item is to simply, as you go about your day, notice your communication growth thoughts and beliefs. Notice when you're not communicating when you probably should, and make a note of that. Notice when you are communicating in a way that doesn't necessarily feel right to you. I'm going to do a painful confession here. I tend to get not hysterical, but overly cautious and worried about my granddaughters. And that means whenever they're going to do anything even remotely possibly dangerous, I raise my voice. And that's not the way I want to communicate. I don't want them to think of me as a yelling grandma or a scaredy cat grandma, but sometimes that's how it comes across. So that's one of the areas of communication I'm going to make sure that I work on this month. Also, I have a bad habit of telling people to relax when they're upset. Guess what? Nobody relaxes when you tell them to relax because they're upset about something. So now you need to find a better way to communicate than that. So as we go about our day, we'll notice scenarios like this and just jot them down, or a few words to remember. So at the end of the day, we can look at it and say, yep, these thoughts and beliefs are empowering me and creating the life I want. These, not so much. All right, any questions? You know what to do. Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will be with you tomorrow for another communication growth topic that we can take action on every single day. Have a great day.